Hey there, to celebrate the spooky month, we're starting a new series called the Fear Factor. What are we gonna do? I don't know about you. I'm not a big fan of fear. It's not my favorite thing, but here's something for you to think about and a question for you to consider. How do you navigate regular fears? Like, think about that. How do you navigate regular fears? Because we all have fears. Fear of a car wreck, fear of a train, fear of a hurricane, fear of a lost loved one. We all have like regular fears. So how do we navigate regular fears? Because your life will have fears. It's just the nature of it. So how do you navigate regular fears? We're going to answer that at the end. But here's also a little bit of a teaser for your joke. What has hundreds of ears but can't hear a thing? You have to wait till the end to hear the punchline. Let's talk about regular fears. The Bible has all kinds of examples of regular fears. When Saul in the book of Acts was running around persecuting the newly formed church, people were afraid of his persecution. Right? Because he would throw them into prison, he would kill them, he would, beat them, all kinds of horrible things. So these were like regular customary fears. Another regular fear is Abigail. Abigail, we read about her in 2 Samuel. Abigail was afraid, actually I think she was in 1 Samuel, but anyways, she was afraid of David because David was angry with her husband for the husband not giving David resources and food after David and his men had protected all of his flock. The flock of Abigail's husband, Naaman. And so Abigail was afraid because David was going to come hunt down Naaman and eradicate or punish Naaman and his household for being so cruel and unkind. So Abigail was afraid. Here's another interesting example of a regular fear, and this is in 1 Samuel 15, verse 24. Saul was afraid of people. So it says in 1 Samuel 15, 24, then Saul said to Samuel, I have sinned and transgressed the commandment of the Lord and your words because I feared the people and listened to their voice. Sometimes we are afraid of people. So these are regular fears. I think we have to be mindful and conscientious that we have fears and to say, I'm not afraid and run away and try to say it doesn't happen or, plug our ears and pretend, no, denial. Fear is part of the human existence. And some fears are good, some fears are bad. But I would propose to you, based on the question that we had at the very beginning, how do we navigate regular fears? Well, we've seen in the Bible lots of examples of regular fears. It's stuff that would be customary, that would be expected. But how do we navigate such regular fears? So here's the answer. The way we navigate it is we don't let fear have the final decision. This is really important for you to think about that. You can be afraid, but you can't let the fear control and dominate your decision, your lens, your perspective, the decisions, the choices that you make. It's okay to be afraid, but don't let the fear dominate and overpower. Don't let the fear make the final decision. It can be a part of the equation, but it can't be the one and only, the total driving motivation, domineering force. So it's really important that you think about that, but also stay tuned because we're going to continue the Fear Factor through this month. Because again, we're celebrating all things spooky. And just to let you know, here's the answer, the punchline for your joke. So again, what has hundreds of ears but can't hear a thing? A cornfield. All right, next week will be better.